What's up, y'all? Welcome to After the Huddle, episode 2 on YouTube. We back at it. It's 3. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about the interview.
Happy for you. Yes.
Yes.
But those who have been listening to us on Spotify for a while, we told y'all we were gonna make the jump over here eventually. And now we're back at it. What, 2 weeks away from the draft?
Yeah, 13 days.
Yeah. So we're gonna,
did you see what the Cardinals are getting offers for that trade?
what, for Buda Baker?
No,
The
no, no.
third round pick.
Oh, for the third? Oh no, I haven't seen anything.
They said there's 6 teams for the third spot. And I don't know if you seen it. I sent it to Quinn. I was like, bro, we literally just had it on air the other day.
Damn. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised, but Arizona's losing people left and right. Hopkins wants to trade. Buda Baker wants to trade. They don't even know when Kyler Murray's coming back, next season.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Cardinals are in a clusterfuck right now.
This is
Kind
true.
of feel bad for them because they used to be a promising franchise, but now it just doesn't look good. It looks terrible. Like, what are y'all doing over there? What is the front office doing? And then you fired Cliff Kingsbury, which I agreed with. I didn't like him to begin with. I said it when they hired him. I didn't like him.
Yeah, I don't think he was a head coach. Bruce probably still just chilling in Thailand right now too.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt.
I mean, I can't blame.
Shit, why would you? I'd be chilling in Thailand if I could too.
For a whole year? Come on.
Well, I don't know about for a whole year, but I'd be chilling there.
Right.
Live like a king for $50.
$5 no holler, man. That's how it is.
I'm telling you, Jared don't know, bro. Them other countries, boy, you go to them other countries and
I've been to Brazil, not Brazil. Shit. Which one to call it? Cozumel and Belize.
Oh, Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, talk about some crystal blue water.
Well, I mean, it's different when you go spend American money somewhere else.
Oh yeah. Well, what? Got a whole pack of Newport for like $10. No, not a whole pack, a whole carton. I mean,
That's nuts.
yeah.
But we got a few things we were gonna go over today. I figured, getting closer to the draft, if y'all want to, put out half of our official mock draft, we can. I also want.
Go ahead.
What's up?
No, I was saying we can do 1 through 10, or we can do like 1 through 15 today.
That's what I figured. I figured we'd do 1 through 15.
All right.
And then I kind of wanted to talk about real quick, what the fuck is going on in that AFC South, bro?
You mean the NFC?
I mean, the NFC, yeah, the NFC South. I mean, I don't get it. Like, the Bucks are basically in a rebuild. It feels like, even though they have pieces, they're still in a rebuild. It's weird.
Yep.
Carolina's building up, but they're getting like mid to good players. They're not like pulling in anybody like spectacular, in my opinion. And then what do you do with that first pick? You're probably going to get CJ Stroud. So
You wait.
yeah, so I'm pretty sure CJ Stroud's going to be with them. And now you're going to have a rookie QB trying to make do over there.
Yeah.
And then in New Orleans, they got Derek Carr and was like, all right, we're good.
I was having this conversation earlier at work today. Honestly, I think the South is still wide open, but I do think the Saints come out on top because they had, honestly, to me, they had the best quarterback right now in the division.
I agree. I just they lost so much on their defensive line.
Yep.
And is Michael Thomas going to be there? And if he is there, is he going to be healthy? Now you do got Chris Olave. I like Chris Olave. What's that?
I'm surprised he still is there after the shenanigans he pulled
I'll be.
a bit ago.
I think if he does not stay healthy this year and finish the entire year healthy, or if he goes to like mid-season and then doesn't play the rest of the season, he gets cut or traded. I think so. I think that's
he'll probably get traded. They'll want to get some kind of capital back for him.
Yeah, they're gonna want to get some money for that man. Yeah,
something.
I was telling one of my coworkers today because he was saying something about trading him in a first. I'm like, y'all should have been did that.
Yeah.
Should have been did that. Like the past
they should have did that after the good season he had and he was doing those shenanigans and gotten the most amount of money they could have. Now his value is just going down.
Yep. You could have easily got a first round pick for him. Now you'd be lucky to get a fucking third.
Yep.
It's gonna be I don't know. I feel like the Saints are like a dark horse's dark horse, if that makes sense.
Shit, one of the NFL channel, they said the Saints are the Cinderella team this year.
See, but that's what I'm saying. But like, in my opinion, they're like half a Cinderella team and half they're gonna do shit. Like I need to see how it's gonna like correlate. Like I need to see how this offense is gonna gel. Are you gonna be able to get pressure on the quarterback after losing so much on the line? Who are you gonna go look for in the draft? You better go look for defense. Is Marshawn gonna stay healthy? Is Michael Thomas gonna stay healthy? You had so many injuries the past couple seasons. It's basically derailed you completely. And then you're in salary cap hell as well. So there's a whole bunch of shit going on, and almost none of it is good.
On top of that, Kamara is going to be suspended with at least 6 games next year.
Exactly.
Why?
So
because that whole Pro Bowl.
Did he have a domestic violence thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he got into a fight at a club or a bar or something like that.
Oh, not domestic. Okay, not domestic.
Yeah,
okay.
He knocked a dude out, I think.
I think him and his bouncer jumped somebody or some shit like that.
Bro, I mean, fuck around, get smoked. I mean, shit.
But yeah. So the Saints are they're an iffy team to me. But
and then you got Atlanta.
Who's basically signing everybody.
Everybody on the defense.
Yeah. Which is why I've come to the conclusion that I think they're going to tank this year.
I was telling my boy earlier, and I was like, with all these moves Atlanta's making, it seems like all of them are on the defensive side. Because you sign Calais Campbell, that locks up your D tackle. You trade for Okuda, and you only gave up a 5th round pick for that.
Yeah.
There, and I think they still have AJ Terrell. Not 100% sure on that one. On top of that, they just signed the Bengals safety, Jesse Bates. They just safety's locked up. They have Drake London. You have Kyle Pitts. You got Cordell Patterson. You got Tyler Algier. So
they might go offensive line in the draft now that I'm thinking about it.
I did say that too. I said they either A, go offensive line, B, I would not be surprised if they draft a quarterback at 8. Would not be surprised at that. Because at that point, I don't know how Levis and Richardson are going to fall. Either Richardson's going 4, or Levis goes 4, 1 the fucking 2. I don't know. But
you don't think anybody's going to possibly trade up? In front of 8?
Where?
In front of 8, in front of Atlanta.
See, now I definitely could see that because, like we said earlier, Arizona's taking calls for the 3rd pick. So who's to say a quarterback the Raiders don't jump and take Will Levis or Richardson?
Yeah. No, I
But
agree.
Jacob, why would you say that they're going to tank if their defense is getting stacked?
Because
Like-
they have no offense.
Okay.
They have no offensive. They have no offensive line. They don't have enough skill players. Kyle Pitts seems to get hurt every season so far.
Yep.
Drake London hasn't produced like we thought he would, and a lot of that has to do with the quarterback. So what I think they're going to do is they're probably going to end up in about probably last place in the division. And here's what's going to happen with Atlanta. Atlanta's going to Atlanta. They're going to get in a lot of close games and they're going to lose them because their defense is going to keep them in games, but their offense isn't going to be able to produce much. Now you'll get your games here or there, where you'll be able to run the ball or what's his name, Desmond Ritter. Yeah, Ritter will have a decent game. Maybe Drake London has a game here or there. I expect them to win 4 or 5 games next year.
Okay.
And what they're going to do is they're most likely going to do everything possible to trade up and go grab Caleb Williams.
I think I was going to get to that too. To answer Quinn's question about why would they tank, they got this kid coming out of USC next year named Caleb Williams, just like Jacob said, and
Next year, so not right now.
That's why I said they're loading up on your you load up on your defense and you don't help out your offense. That way you'll get in close games where it makes you look like a decent team that you're trying, but at the same time you're going to lose a lot of those because your offense isn't going to be able to capitalize.
Yeah.
And so when you do that, here's what happens. You can tank, bring in a new rookie QB with a strong defense, and maybe another wide receiver. You build up that offensive line over this offseason and next offseason. Now you're going to have a rookie QB behind some skill players against a good defense and a decent offensive line.
Oh, so this is a rebuilding season that they're expecting to not do as well. I got you.
Yes, exactly. Because at that point, following year, where
doing bad makes you have a better draft, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Yep.
So, and become the worst team in the league next year, they get the number 1 pick, which would be Caleb Williams because he's projected to go number 1 overall.
Or if the team doesn't need doesn't need a quarterback and is willing to draft a wide receiver number 1, Marvin Harrison Jr. is that good of a talent that he could go number 1. He is. He is that good. Wide receiver out of Ohio State, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who he is, he's literally the best wide receiver I've seen in at least the past 5 years.
And kudos to his dad too, Hall of Famer.
Like he's going to be that Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase kind of wide receiver. I guarantee it. He's better than his dad talent wise.
That's usually how it happens, unless you're Barry Sanders.
Yeah, or Michael Jordan.
Well, I think Barry Sanders' kid's in the league too. I think Miles Sanders is his kid.
Are they?
No, Miles Sanders isn't his kid. He's got a. I know he has a son. I can't remember if he's still in college or not.
No,
I know he has a son that plays.
Didn't he play? I think he plays at Stanford.
Yeah, I think it's one of those red and white schools.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking Utah.
But you can't, even if you're the kid of that, it's you can't beat Barry Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't. Like he's that dude. Barry is that type of dude, and like you can't beat that. But if you're saying Marvin Harris is better than his dad, that's saying something. Or Marvin Harris Jr., that's saying something. Hall of Famer, that's saying something.
I'm telling you, man,
something.
This kid is going to be something spectacular. The only thing he needs to work on is he needs to build his frame. He's kind of on the smaller side in terms of size, so he needs to build up some muscle, which he will do. He's young,
He's in college, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. He's gonna have to build up his frame, and he's gonna have to work on his body to where he doesn't get hurt because he gets hurt a little bit. They're not devastating injuries, but they're like little minor tweak injuries. You know what I mean?
No, but that can still affect your mindset going into a game. Like, oh, I don't want to re-injure this or this and that. Nah, I can understand that.
Kind of like, kind of how like what Zion said. I don't know if y'all seen that shit. Did y'all see that?
We're
No.
talking about he needs to be mentally prepared. Yeah.
Can't
Oh,
re-
man.
Yeah, he's not mentally ready, but he can come into work and buy 4 bikes off of us.
You down bad.
Hey,
Man, let that man live, bro.
Oh,
I like to.
all the fun he wants. I ain't blaming him one bit. I mean, it's hard to walk. It's hard to walk into work, seeing all these fucking dirt bikes and ATVs and 4-wheelers and shit. Yeah, if I got the money, let me get 4 of them things.
let me just go ahead and cop these 4 ATVs real quick, just on the muscle.
Let's see. Yeah, he bought 3 ATV, three 4-wheelers, and 1 dirt bike. Yeah, but that's besides the point.
But I mean, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting draft next year. But the AFC South is confusing me because
NFC South. You keep saying AFC.
I know, because they both suck.
They both suck.
Outside of maybe the Jags. But I mean, who do you think's honestly gonna win that division next year? And here's the bigger question: are they actually gonna have a winning record winning that division?
You talking about the NFC South?
Yes.
I see the Saints winning the division, but with a winning record, probably not. Because I'm gonna say this right now: we already know the Saints are like a first half season team. We know this. Like the defense for a while, and then once mid-season towards the late season starts hitting, they start,
teetering off.
Exactly.
They start slacking. Stop slacking.
Well, they're slacking, but they slack as in their secondaries and their third string ain't up to par to fill in the spots of their injured first string, because it seems that they just get injury after injury after injury.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
Well, maybe if they had a head coach that said on Cincinnati more often, maybe they wouldn't get hurt so much.
Hey, Jake.
What?
We're on Cincinnati. We're on
Cincinnati.
On
Cincinnati. That man said, he just says that as any kind of compliment.
Oh, bro, Frank Caliendo is one of the goats, bro. That dude's fucking.
That's a great skit.
But yeah, honestly, I don't know if they have a winning record. To be real with you,
That's my thing. Like, okay, you can win the division, but are you going to have a winning record?
Exactly. I could see him finishing what? 9-8, 9-9, because we got 18 games now.
17 games.
Oh, 17.
So you either gonna there's no more 500s unless you tie a game, and then even then you're still not gonna be 500. There's no such thing as a 500 team anymore. You either have a winning record or you have a losing record.
We count ties as a loss, basically.
Yeah.
Yes. Whether it's
Well,
soccer
technically, if you want to get technical, a tie is counted more as a win.
I know, because you get a point and everything, but
well, it's because if you have a loss, it affects your winning percentage more than it would if you have a tie.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's a tie. It's not a loss.
Yeah, but mentally, that's a loss, bro. Mentally, bro, you could not beat the other team. You failed.
Yeah.
It was like what was it? The Indianapolis game where they tied this year? Didn't who tied this year?
The Giants and the Redskins tied a game.
Wasn't there another one?
I think so. I think wasn't it Houston and somebody else?
Didn't Indy tie with somebody?
I think it was Indy and Houston.
I don't understand. high game in the pros.
Yeah, you evenly matched up. Although we had multiple opportunities to beat the Redskins. I mean, to beat the Commanders in the first matchup we played against them. I mean, Darius Slayton drops a pass right in his hands, bro. Right in his hands. And he drops it. And that would have changed the whole momentum of the game.
I remember you saying that man's name last time, and you said that he's not bad, but he has a tendency to just drop open balls.
Bro, but
And
he's got the second
downfield.
Yes, well, it's not even just downfield. It doesn't matter all of his catches. He's got like a 15% drop rate, which is the second in the NFL. I don't know who number one is, but that's terrible, bro. I mean, there were plays last year where we played against the Cowboys, where we played against Minnesota in the first time we played them. We could have won 11 games last year easily if these dudes would have just caught passes like they should have.
I mean, what they're getting paid to do. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Doing what you're paid to do.
I mean, they made it to the pros, and you still can't be a professional with what you're doing. That's nuts.
I mean, I don't expect everybody to be Larry Fitzgerald. Like, I don't expect you to catch every single pass even when it hits your hands. I still don't expect you to catch every single pass. But 15% of your passes you're dropping. Not that it's over your head. It's not underthrown. It's hitting you in the hands and you're dropping it 15% of the time.
You need to go do them wide receiver drills from Green Bay used to do. Stand in front of the fucking
boy, go hit that jug machine, fam. Like, for real.
That shit, just bing, bing.
And then have one of your homies come in, and every single time you go to catch it, have him try to swipe at it.
Yep. You got the fucking equipment. You see the coaches with the long arm pads and everything swatting at them.
Man, that shit pisses me off, bro. I ain't nothing worse that I hate than a wide open wide receiver that drops the pass.
You know what I hate? When my quarterback's running 70 yards and it trips over his foot.
Oh my God, here we go. Bro, you're never gonna let me. You know what, bro? You want to keep bringing up this? I'll start bringing up these Super Bowls, bro. You want to keep bringing this shit up every time.
That's exactly why I say that, because you got the 2 Super Bowls. So like, hey, so you fuck with me, so I'm gonna fuck with you about the quarterback.
And that wasn't even against your team, no, bro. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
That doesn't make sense. You're bragging that something happened to a team that we go against twice every year. Not y'all. I'm talking about we beat y'all twice in the biggest game of the season.
I don't want to hear your shit.
Oh, it's not about what you want to hear. It's about what you're going to hear, you motherfucker. You're going to sit there and talk about my goddamn thing. Yeah, you do the same thing with Deshaun Jackson, the Deshaun Jackson punt return. Like, bro, that was against the same team that trip happened against, and it wasn't yours.
Was that the Eagles?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because I know Deshaun. Okay, okay.
This man be ragging on my team, the shit that happens to him, and it wasn't even his team. Bro, stop.
Look, you be doing the same shit.
No, I don't. No, I don't. You want to know why? Because I don't ever bring up the Eagles. I don't ever bring up what y'all did last fucking year.
No, I was saying
let's run it and then try to throw it backwards.
Oh, Reggie Bush it?
Kind of, sort of, yeah. But see where that got him. You see where Jacoby with that lateral got him.
I still think that's one of the funniest stats ever. Reggie Bush having the same amount, if not more, negative yards than positive yards as a running back. I think that was probably one of the funniest stats I've ever seen in my life.
He has the record of finish. I'm pretty sure he has that record. He has the record of finishing the season with negative yards.
Yeah. Yet he was the number one running back almost of all time, so to speak, for his era coming out of college, right? Yeah.
Hands down.
Oh, I got it.
That still is nuts to me. That's like a soccer player having the most own goals after scoring the most amount ever in his younger years. You know, like that's It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense, dude.
All right. Well, let's move on to this.
All right. Sorry, I had to go grab something real quick. But all right, yeah, let's get into this draft.
So
Do y'all want me to look up the numbers just in case?
yeah, that'd be helpful.
Got you.
Yeah, because we know Carolina, Houston, Arizona, Indy. 5 is Detroit, I believe. 6 Seattle. 7 is the Raiders. 8, I believe,
Falcons.
9, I think, is Chicago.
It is.
And then Philly's 10.
Yes, it is.
11 is Tennessee.
Yep.
12 is Houston.
Yep.
13 is Green Bay. No, 13 is the Jets.
Jets. Yep.
14 is New England. 15 is Green Bay.
Yes.
16. I don't remember who 16 is.
Commanders.
Okay. So we're only doing 1 through 15.
Yeah.
All right.
So number 1,
Carolina.
Obviously, both me and Jared have CJ Stroud going number 1. Remember, Jared, this is our official draft board.
Yeah.
But
this is who we think is going to get drafted in a couple weeks.
Y'all mentioned a different guy in quarterback that is also supposedly really good.
Quinn, your video's out.
Oh, I was looking at the draft order. My bad.
Oh, you good?
But y'all mentioned another dude last time who y'all said could also potentially go top 2, but that CJ Stroud dude was just overall better.
So we have CJ Stroud for 1, and then Bryce Young is the other dude at 2.
Bryce Young. Yeah, you said Bryce Young. Yep.
Yeah, Bryce Young is going to be the Houston's quarterback of the future.
I'm still not 100%. I'm still not completely sold on Houston's taking a quarterback at 2, but that's what I'm going with.
I'm telling you, a brand new head coach, okay, is coming in on a brand new 6-year contract. He's not going to put Davis Mills under center. He's going to build around a brand new QB that he brings in that he wants.
No, I feel that 100%. And then at 12, I think they're going to pair somebody with him.
Facts.
We'll get into that later, but I think at 12 they pair somebody with him. So at 3, we talked about this hands down whether they trade out or not. I still think whether Arizona or some other team trades into number 3.
Well, here's the thing, Jared and Jacob. Is Arizona going to do the same thing as the Falcons potentially this season, where they just say, screw it, trade away their pick for better picks in the future and just say this season's a total loss? You know? Like, would that be do you think they'd be willing to do that? Because it seems like even if they do get one good player at round 3, that's not going to make up for their entire team.
No, hands down. I think they could tank next year, like we were talking about with Atlanta. I think Arizona could do it because if they could, I mean, if they do, they get the number 1 pick and they get Caleb Williams, and then Kyler Murray's out.
But they get the number 1 pick along with whatever they can get for this year's 3rd round. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. I feel like if you're gonna try and play smart ball, that's the way to go if your team's ass.
Yeah. But I think at 3 is could be Will Anderson.
Yeah, Will Anderson's going number 3. To who I don't and we're not doing any trades in this draft. We're just doing strictly based off of like
yes.
Like who's there and by what Arizona needs is that they lose J.J. Watt. Chandler Jones left the season before. You don't have a pass rush anymore. You're going to need somebody.
Yep.
So, and then who's 4 again?
4 is Indianapolis.
Indy.
Yeah, Jared got them all right, so Jared knows.
I'm gonna be honest. And what Usher said. Usually I don't do this, man. But I think they make the jump and draft Anthony Richardson at 4.
I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say Richardson goes 4.
What does he play?
He plays quarterback.
Oh, so that's 3 quarterbacks.
3 quarterbacks in the top 4 picks. Yes.
And what does the 3rd round pick play then? Is he
You mean the first round 4th pick overall?
the first round the 3rd pick, like that you said. Or the 4th. No. Who is the 3rd that you said?
Will Anderson Jr.
He's
and he's a linebacker?
Yeah, for Arizona.
Oh, okay.
He'd be a pass rusher for them.
So it's quarterback 1, 2, linebacker 3, quarterback 4 with Anthony Richardson. Because who's Indy's head coach? What is it? Baltimore's old OC or is it Georgia's OC?
I got you. Indianapolis's head coach
Was
all right. Now here's a question I wanted to ask y'all. Do you think at 4, Seattle is going to take a chance on Jalen Carter?
Shane Steichen.
So it is Georgia's old OC. As with the Jalen Carter, I could see it. Because Seattle doesn't need a quarterback. They don't need to take a quarterback in the. So I think they go best defensive lineman available and get what's his name, Jalen Carter, or they could shake up DB. I think get the top DB.
And that's all defense, right? Like those guys are all defensive.
Yeah, both players are defensive. Yeah.
Okay.
So at 6, that leaves us with 6 is Detroit. Now,
they're going Witherspoon.
Oh, hands down. I was about to say they're going the best cornerback available.
Yeah, they're going to go corner, especially after trading Okuda. Like it was inevitable.
But who's to say they don't take Gonzalez though?
Witherspoon's the best one in the draft.
No, I feel you. I think it's 1A, 1B for them two. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. See, I don't even think that. I don't think it's 1A, 1B. I honestly think that Witherspoon is the best cornerback in the draft, hands down.
No, fair enough.
And I mean, the man averaged 3.3 yards per target. I want you to think about that. Think about how difficult it is in today's game. To cover these wide receivers. Not only because of how talented they are and the evolution of the game, but also because of the way the rules are. You can't barely even touch these guys.
Yeah.
So the fact that you can allow only 3.3 yards per target, that's saying something. That's real man-to-man shutdown shit.
Yeah, because the average is 5 yards. After that, you can't touch them.
Exactly. So how the fuck are you averaging somebody 3 yards?
That's literally just drag routes and screens. You can't say it's comebacks because comebacks are like usually 10 to 12 yards.
So then, well, those are like deep comebacks. I mean, you can have like curls where they're like 8 to 10.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But like, still, even then, that's like you said, 8 to 10. Bruh is holding dude to like, less than almost 3 yards.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's what I'm saying. I don't think there's 1A, 1B. I think Devin Witherspoon is the clear cut best cornerback in the draft. I have a feeling he could be looking at just like how Sauce Gardner did and looking at rookie defensive player of the year next year. Like he's good. A lot of people don't, and a lot of people don't realize that because he plays in the Big Ten conference, you know. But those got some of the best wide receivers.
Yeah.
Them in the SEC. So.
All right. So who you got at 7?
Who's 7?
Raiders.
Is this Will Levis?
No. They got to go defense, bro, because they signed Jimmy, remember?
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo,
or
Garoppolo, whatever his name is.
Yeah, they're not going to go quarterback. You got to go defense here. I mean, their defense was terrible last year.
But hold on, before you say anything, so you don't think they don't take a quarterback to back up Jimmy G in case Jimmy G gets hurt, because his backup is Brian Hoyer. No, not Brian Hoyer. Stidham.
Nah, bro. I just don't see it. I don't see it. You're not going to pay a quarterback to go draft one in the first round, which your highest pick. It's not going to happen. You don't sign a QB just to draft. You don't draft a backup in the first round. I'm sorry, you just don't do that. Now, unless you already have a QB that's like solidified, been there for a while, been doing this, probably getting old, looking to retire, or they're looking
Drew Brees type of guy.
Exactly, like what Aaron Rodgers is going through. You know what I'm saying? Like what Aaron Rodgers is going through over with Green Bay. They haven't been able to. They traded up, drafted a guy too early, and now you sat him too early. The thing is that they thought that Aaron Rodgers was failing, and then you draft a QB in the first round, and look what happens. Your quarterback wins the fucking MVP. They basically a waste of a pick. It's a waste of a pick.
100%, 100%.
It's a waste of a pick. So you're wasting your highest pick, who could be contributed. What they need to do is go draft defense heavy because their defense fucking sucks.
I will always reference this, and I hate the man. What? I hate the man. But what round did Tom Brady get drafted?
6.
There you go. Bro, you can easily draft a third string, whatever quarterback later on and see if he works out. But with your first round, like Jacob said, nah, you cannot fuck around with a backup. Are you shitting me? No, you don't do that.
Like I said, the only way you're doing that is if you plan on playing him in the next season or two. And they've already paid Jimmy G for 3 years. So that they're counting on that. If you're paying that money, you're counting on that to happen. You're not planning for a backup behind this guy. You're not paying money just to form a backup plan. They have a good wide receiving core, good running back. You got a decent quarterback. They could probably beef up their offensive line a little bit.
Yeah, they'll eventually have to take a tight end too because they just lost Darren Waller.
They lost Darren Waller. They might go. You know who they might go? Let me tell you. I swear to God, I'm gonna be pissed if this happens.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, bro. There's no way. I'm gonna be really mad if this happens because their defense is terrible and they need to work on their defense.
You're gonna say
but
Michael.
By God, could I see them going to draft that tight end out of Notre Dame?
Yep.
Like there's just no other way it happens. I could see that. I could definitely see that, especially after you traded away Darren Waller.
So, as a person who doesn't know much about why like how the draft works, because drafting isn't really a thing in soccer, but I know the worse you do, the higher the draft you get. Since there's 7, that means that they're still kind of close to the bottom, right?
Yeah, they weren't that good. They weren't that
Okay,
good. And the problem was that everybody started blaming Derek Carr, but their defense was terrible.
Hey, Saints got Derek Carr now, from what I heard.
Yeah, they do. They do. Which is a decent pickup. It's not a bad place for Derek Carr to go to. It's really not. They could beef up their offensive line too in New Orleans. Their offensive line hasn't been all that great the last few seasons.
No, it hasn't. From what I've seen, no.
Yeah.
Was it Cam Jordan the only person?
Cam Jordan's the only defensive lineman that's returning from last year.
Yep.
Still, and that man's old now too.
Exactly.
That man's old. That dude was old 3 years ago. Are you shitting me?
My favorite player on the Saints defense is probably Demario Davis. He's really good.
Oh, yeah, he's nice.
Yeah, he's really good. I like him.
So we're going.
Right.
So
knowing how the Raiders roll, bro, I honestly think they're going to draft that tight end out of Notre Dame.
And it's Josh McDaniels too. So,
and he loves his tight ends.
Oh yeah, because you got to think we had Gronk. No, I don't know. Yeah, we had Gronk back with him, and I don't know if we had Hernandez with him at the same time.
I'm pretty sure y'all did. Which Super Bowls did he win?
Who?
Josh McDaniels.
The Atlanta one, the Seattle one. Actually, all the last 4.
The last 4?
Yeah, I think so. I think. As a matter of fact, I think when he went to Denver is when Billy O first came in.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I think that's when around that time. But looking at Josh McDaniels' draft history, you had Tim Tebow. Who was last year's?
A multi-sport athlete, by the way.
Some people think Tim Tebow is the greatest college quarterback of all time. I mean, the greatest college player of all time. So,
well, to be honest, he had a team full of killers around him, and he was the biggest Christian nerd ever. All right, dude, that man honestly might be one of the best college players ever.
That's funny. It's funny when you think about the irony of all that.
Yeah, exactly. Got one dude committed double murder.
Well, no, they were all selling like cocaine and everything out, like and shit. Like, bro, Tim Tebow was that dude. Was that dude from Florida?
Back in the day, yeah. So we're going with tight end.
Yeah, I think they're gonna draft that guy. I can't remember his name.
Brandon Mayer, Michael Mayer.
Yes. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 8, the Falcons.
You want to take this one? Because I don't know if me and you are on the same page, Jake, on this one. We might be.
You think they go get another corner?
I don't know.
No, I think they're gonna go offensive line.
See, I was telling my boy earlier, I was like, all the moves they're making right now is on the defensive side, so they could draft a quarterback.
I don't know. I don't know if they like a quarterback in this draft.
I would say the same thing Jake's saying, based on what y'all have said. If the top 3 quarterbacks have already been chosen, I wouldn't go for a 4th-rate quarterback on some shit. Nah, I'd rather beef up the line and go for something later.
Yeah, well, the 4th quarterback that's left available would be Sam Levis. So he's not bad. I don't know if he's like all that great, you know.
If he's worth the hype.
I don't know if he's worth that high of a pick. That's the thing. especially if you like quarterbacks in the next draft more.
Yeah, I'd much rather Caleb Williams.
I could actually see Atlanta trading back.
Fair enough.
I could see Atlanta trading back, trying to get more draft stock for next year so that they could trade up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what I was saying with the Cardinals. That's exactly what I was saying with the Cardinals.
Yeah. So I think that's something that Atlanta could do. They could possibly trade back.
But do
And
you think they're smart enough to do that?
they might be.
yeah.
Only one way to find out.
That's true.
Because I'm telling you, if they're trading back, they're going to tank the season to go get a quarterback next year.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that right now. If they draft Sam Levis, then they're trying to rebuild around that team right there. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can.
But I don't know, man, because you can definitely, having just a really good defense, that can really give that quarterback some confidence to just make some ballsy plays and actually do something.
I absolutely agree. Having a stingy defense creates more opportunities for the offense to try riskier stuff because you know that you can fall back on your defense. I completely agree. The thing is that I haven't heard one single source about the Falcons liking any of the quarterbacks in this draft after 1 and 2. I think maybe if Anthony Richardson falls to them, maybe you could look at it. But I don't think outside of that they like any other people outside of C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young.
Fair enough.
Let me ask before we move on: has there ever been? I know there has been, but has there really been many upsets in the draft?
What do you mean upsets?
Like where y'all are like how it's basically like set in stone. This dude's gonna go basically 1. This dude's basically gonna go 2, and then all of a sudden the team just completely mind fucks everybody. They're like, nope, I'm going for a defensive end.
Every year.
So the Giants did it with Daniel Jones. I was like, who the fuck is Daniel Jones?
Nope.
Okay. I'm just wondering because it just I guess before we move on, like, is there a team that you see or feel like could be that wild card that just completely derails the entire draft lineup?
The Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders.
We just talked about that. The Raiders with the tight end, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because then if that tight end goes off the board that early, there's gonna be a lot of people in the later side of that we're gonna be looking at him in that mid like 10 to 20 area. That's where I expected him to go. But I could see the Raiders taking him and completely fucking everybody else that was actually looking at him.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
but that also a lot of talent is about to fall down too.
Wait, what?
I mean, I'm saying, like, if they take him at 7, that means a lot of talent's about to fall down too.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, understandable. All right. So number 9, the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
I
think
you got to go offensive line here.
You think they're going to take? You think they go Paris Johnson, Roderick Jones?
Actually, you know who I think they could take? You know who they probably might take? Tyree Wilson at Texas Tech.
Oh, the edge rusher?
The edge rusher. I could see them taking him.
Yeah,
I mean, because you need pass rush.
You need somebody to replace the little Mac Roquan Smith thing.
Yeah, you need pass rush. And the thing about it is that the quarterbacks in your division, if you look around at the quarterbacks in your division, assuming Aaron Rodgers might still be there or not, I don't know. If they're putting Jordan Love in, I don't know. Assuming Aaron Rodgers is still there, though, you have 3 quarterbacks that are not really mobile.
I was going to say they're pocket passers.
So you need guys that can disrupt that, get to the quarterback quickly and disrupt him in some form of fashion.
Because at that point, worrying about it like a Lamar or a Kyler that can just escape the pocket. Like
yeah. So I mean, we'll see how it goes, but
Exactly.
I would like to. I would like to see. I would like to see them go with an edge rusher because they need that.
At that point, you got Kirk Cousins, got Jared Goff, and then Jordan Love, I guess, and all of them have cement in their shoes. So I mean, they can't really run anywhere.
No, I feel you. All right, who's at 10? Is that Philly?
Yeah.
10 is Philadelphia. Yes.
Who did they replace with Miles Sanders with?
I don't remember, but do you really think they're going to take Bijan Robinson?
They could.
You don't think they take Van Ness?
That's the lineman, huh?
Yeah, it's that D lineman.
Yeah. They could. Do they need pass rush? I thought they needed more like linebackers.
I mean, they do, but I mean, they could go either way.
I mean, they're so chock full of talent, bro. They don't deserve to have the 10th pick overall. It's ridiculous.
They only got that because of the Saints.
I know, but it's still ridiculous.
Yeah. I hate Philly.
I hate. Yeah.
I hate Philly.
All right. So yeah, I can see them going with Van Ness. I don't know. Philly's a wild card because you don't know what they're gonna do. You really
Bro, they
Excuse me.
signed aren't they the ones who signed Michael Vick after all that shit? Or was that the Steelers?
Both.
It was
Well,
both.
I know both, but which one signed him first?
Philly.
Philly? Yeah. Bro. And they kept Donovan McNabb for the longest time. Bro, I see the Eagles as the biggest wild card in the entire fucking league, dude. And I don't even know football like that, but I see them as the biggest wild card.
They got the shittiest fan base.
I fuck that fan. I still don't understand how you almost burned down your entire city from winning the Super Bowl.
Honestly,
there you go.
that was an eye opener for me. Even with y'all know soccer fans, those motherfuckers will riot. Like literally, they'll
go crazy.
They'll throw flares on the field, type shit. Like while the game's going, trying to hit the goalkeeper in the head with the flame, type shit. Like their team can win the league, but they all go to the pub after and have a pint or have a beer, or a whiskey. Philadelphia, as you said, those motherfuckers rioted so hard they were burning down small businesses and big business. Dude, what the fuck?
That's insane.
I can't stand Philly fans, and I can't stand Buffalo fans. Buffalo fans are a different breed, bro.
One of my best friends from back in the day is a Buffalo fan, but he's one of the chillest dudes though, so that's weird.
Never understand what empowers people to want to just in the freezing shirt off and everything, like stand on the back of their truck and just boom right through a table. Never understand why. I don't get it.
Hypes them up, bro.
Oh, you're talking about those meme videos or the real videos that people would just jump off the back of trucks and just fucking back belly flop on their back onto a table.
Yeah, those aren't memes. That's real life.
I know that's real life.
Real.
I know. But to me, as someone who didn't know their fan base, that was a meme until I saw about 15 separate videos in a row.
Jeez.
Hey, put it like this. Buffalo fans threw a dildo on the field one year.
Oh God.
There's video of that.
That's hilarious. All right, so
before y'all move on, I have a question. Like, speaking about like throwing a dildo on the field, do y'all like? Does football have a lot of streakers?
Only really during the Super Bowl.
Only during the okay. I mean, because of the biggest.
There's definitely people that run out on the fields. There's definitely people. I don't know so much about streakers. I mean, so you get some,
Yeah.
but like there are people that run out on the field quite often.
Yeah.
Okay, that's understandable. All right, so fuck the wild card. Who cares? Number 11, the Titans.
I think they go wide receiver here. I don't know about you, Jake, but I think they go wide here. I think they take Nick Jibba here.
The dude from Ohio State.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they go wide receiver as well. And I don't know if they go with him. Just looking at their draft history, like if you look at their draft history and the type of receivers that they like, I think they're gonna go with Quentin Johnson. He's that like big body, 6'4", 215 type of guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think he's the first guy off the board. Because, like I said, if you look at the way the Titans have drafted wide receivers, those are the kind of wide receivers they like. They don't really go for slot guys and little shifty, speedy guys. They go for those big, athletically freak type guys.
Yeah, the big body ones. I can see them drafting Johnson to replace the void of AJ Brown.
Exactly.
I can definitely. They're like, oh, okay, so we had AJ Brown, but we would just want to be fucking retarded and just trade him away.
We trade. We'll trade away AJ Brown and we'll grab a wide receiver out the draft. Who knows? It could be another AJ Brown.
And what got me the most, bro, is the dude they drafted was compared to AJ Brown and didn't even play the whole year. Damn it.
I mean, do you know why they got rid of him, right?
Because of the money he wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They didn't want to pay him the money.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't want to pay him the money. That's exactly what it was.
Stupid.
And well, you get what you pay for, literally.
And look what he did. Look what he just did last year.
Basically, helped bring the Eagles to the Super Bowl.
Basically, he was like one of the key pieces.
He was one of the catalysts. Yeah.
That's all they was missing. Just a number one.
Yeah.
But all right, we're moving on to 12.
All right, number 12 is the Texans.
Well, they're gonna go with Bryce Young at number 2.
Yeah.
I think they also go wide receiver. I think boom get picked off the draft, wide receiver. That's who's gonna pick the guy from Ohio State.
Is that Marvin Johnson Jr.?
No. Marvin Harrison Jr. doesn't come out.
Next
draft. But this draft, they got one coming out of Ohio State. I can never pronounce his name. It's very hard to pronounce, but he's very good. He is. He's very good.
Yeah, he's a very good route runner.
So I think Houston's going to draft him and pair him up with CJ Stroud. You have that quarterback wide receiver tandem from the same school.
Egbuka?
I mean, not see, but with Bryce Young and the guy from Ohio State.
Is it Emeka Egbuka?
Yeah,
No.
see, I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking at him right now. It sounds
for the
like
sake of the fact that this is going on the internet, I'm not going to butcher that man's name.
yeah, I will take the fall on that. Emeka Egbuka.
That's not dude. No.
How is it not? It's Ohio State wide receiver that has a crazy name, and it's either Julian Fleming, Marvin Harrison Jr., or Emeka Egbuka.
No, we're talking about the dude that's going into the draft this year. That's those guys next year.
Those are the guys going into the draft next season.
Oh, next season. What
his name is Jackson Smith, like Nagimba. See, look.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm butchering his name already. But yeah, they're gonna draft him. And they're gonna pair him with Bryce Young, and they're gonna give him a number 1.
Yeah.
So they're
So
basically just gonna set Bryce Young up to at least have someone to throw to.
some kind of success, yeah. You got to give him some kind of success.
Oh no, 100%, 100%. Yeah,
Because not only do you need that to win games, you need that to build his confidence for the future that he wants to be there. Because that's been your fucking problem, is that you can't keep nobody there. Houston's a good city. It's a big city. It's like a top 4 in population in the United States. It's a huge city. Big marketplace.
Yep.
But the simple fact that like, you can't retain players because of the way your front office runs the team is absolutely baffling to me.
Yep. So, all right, we're moving on to 13. 13.
the Jets.
Jets, yes.
The butt fumble.
I think they go offensive line.
I still think that's the funniest thing of sports history is the butt fumble. I think that's the funniest thing of sports history of all time. On God, the butt fumble.
But no, I agree with Jake. I think they go all O-line on this one.
Yeah. We haven't really been naming the O-lines.
You think they go Broderick Jones?
Well, it depends on who's on. They could get the Skaronski guy if he's still available.
A lot of teams like looking at him as a guard, not like a tackle or anything.
Because remember, when people do come in, a coach can look at a person and be like, all right, nah, you're switching positions.
Oh, hands down.
100%. Like as a coach, I've seen kids that are defenders, and I'm like, nah, you're going to play forward. You're going to play winger. Like you're like playing goal.
One of my favorite players ever, Julian Edelman. He was a quarterback in high school.
Yes, I saw them do the Wildcat. And he threw the ball to Tom Brady or somebody for a touchdown before. Yeah.
He was a quarterback back in college and high school, and then when he got to the NFL, he switched to wide receiver.
Hey, that's versatility. That's what you want. Like that's what you look for in as a coach and a player. You look for that versatility.
Yeah, I think
that's how Taysom Hill got paid.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Taysom was a quarterback, and then they drafted him, and he played like tight end gadget player now.
Yeah, he's like they call him the Swiss Army knife. Plays like a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Tim Tebow could have been the same way if he would have just learned how to catch the ball and block.
He didn't want to. I don't want to be a tight end. I want to be a quarterback head ass.
I'm a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't say that. That's what God tells me, but nah, I agree with that. Because like you said, Tim Tebow is arguably one of the best college players to come, like with what he did, with who he played with, to come out of the sport to just fail miserably.
Yeah. That boy had that one playoff win against the Steelers. That boy started pounding the ground. I was like, bro, you're going to get waxed by the Patriots next week. Leave it alone.
And sure enough, that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened. Like we all saw that coming. Like if you honestly thought that Tim Tebow had a chance against Tom Brady, you're done.
It wasn't even like he didn't stand a chance against the defense.
Yeah.
Like he left that game with a fractured rib and everything, I think.
See, y'all messed that man up.
There with a fractured mind.
Yep.
My man gonna have PTSD driving through New England forever.
Yeah, he went to play baseball, bro.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Him playing baseball, he's hitting fucking dingers.
No, yeah,
that
when
boy,
he was able to hit the ball.
That boy got fucked up by New England and said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Okay, so number 14, Jared's team, Patriots.
Who you going with, Jared?
I think we're gonna take Zay Flowers. I think we go Zay Flowers.
But what does he play?
Wide receiver.
Plays wide receiver.
Okay.
He's exactly what we could use in our offense. He's a quick twitch player in a lot.
Well, that's kind of what you want as a wide receiver.
Exactly, and that's what we need in the middle. We worked with him in the Shrine Bowl. He's a local player. He's from Boston College. So we know him personally from working with him in the bowl game, from his college tape, seeing him play in college and everything, hosting videos and everything. So I think we got a good feel of him. And I think we're more familiar with him. We're going to take him more than anybody else.
So is he he's a home brewed play, like a homegrown player?
Yes.
That's actually lit though. That's like a fairy tale story type of thing in a way. If he's that good enough to actually make the team and whatnot from also coming from that area, that's lit.
I would really like for us to draft him because I watched him and he's really nice.
Okay.
And then Jake, who do you think we take at 14?
Well, you know your team more than I do. So
Yeah.
And I don't think Jake wants to see y'all improve.
the thing is that the Patriots have had such Jared, you looking? Such bad drafting of wide receivers for the past umpteenth years. Now, we've been over this before. I don't know whether it's your scouting and you're just not drafting the players right. Maybe it's the players don't fit the system correctly. Could be that. Or you just can't develop these guys into good wide receivers. Think about that shit.
No, I mean, I get it.
So you're doing something wrong with these wide receivers that y'all draft. The thing is are y'all going to waste another pick?
Well, the thing is, it seems like instead of drafting a player, they should draft a coach.
I don't know about.
I mean, Bill Belichick still top 3 coach in the NFL.
I'm making a joke. I'm making a joke because if like what Jake's saying is true, if y'all are legitimately not able to bring out these wide receivers' talents to their fullest potential, there has to be something wrong with the coaching. It can't just be the players. If it's over and over and over again.
Now, I've told Jake this over and over and before, and he knows where I'm about to go with this. The dude N'Keal Harry we ended up drafting, that's on tape. That's record about how Belichick didn't listen to his scouts or anything. He wanted him. And there's players like you probably know. We talked about him not too long ago. AJ Brown.
Yeah.
He would one dominant player, top 5, top 10 wide receiver right now. Passed up on you probably know who DK is.
DK
Metcalf.
Yes. Yeah, the big dude that. Okay, yeah.
Passed up on him. Another wide receiver passed
up on Debo.
So so y'all need to get better scouts then.
I don't know.
It can't be the coach. The coach isn't the one that makes he does make the decision, but it seems like y'all need better scouts because it seems like somebody close to the coach is being like, nah. You need to get this other dude.
When we took him, that was mainly a coach decision. Like he ain't listened to the scouts. But after that, he was actually the last wide receiver we drafted as it is. But every other player we've drafted has been like a hit for us, kind of sort of in a way. So he's kind of that outlier, that one position. We don't really draft wide receivers like that. We always get them in free agency or trades.
Yeah, y'all did with Juju.
Jared, this is so you don't understand. So you might not know this. I'm just gonna just to go off topic a little bit, not off topic, but still in the same mindset. There's a team in soccer that builds their team around free agency. They get all of these players for free. Their name is Juventus in Italy, and they've won the league more times than any team in the NFL combined has won the league. Okay. And they get their players in free agency. All right. Like they do great business. Why? They have scouts that actually know what they're doing. Y'all, I don't know what y'all are doing, but from a coach's perspective, it is not the players. Y'all need to get an entirely different coaching staff if it's wide receiver type shit. You need to get a new coaching staff, new scouts, new everything. Something's not right. Something's not right. I mean,
He just told you, Jared.
I hate
Get
to
your
say
team
it.
together, bitch.
I hate to say it, but dude, you can spend all the money you want, but if there's a dude in free agency that puts up numbers, that does what he's doing, and you pass up on him, that's your fault. That's your coach's fault.
Yeah, see, but the problem is when you're drafting is the same way that they do with baseball, that they do with soccer, that they do with hockey. That when you look at these young players and you look at
don't
their
know what actually
potential,
is going to happen.
yeah, you don't know what's going to happen with them. You can see the talent, you can see everything, but you really don't know if their mind is going to translate over from college to the NFL or from college to the pro leagues of anything else.
But if you have that mentality, why not go for the free agency? Like, why not pick up that dude from Arizona?
Because at the same time, like you can't just pick up everybody from free agency because of the simple fact, like you don't have the money. People who have been in the league longer who are going through free agency want to get paid. They're looking to get paid.
Okay,
You can't just build a team around everybody like that because nobody's going to take rookie salaries.
Yeah, no, not rookie salary, but you can also explain to them, so this is what we got. This is how you can help us, and we're going to win the championship. Would you rather, and no, look, us as people, yes, we'd rather more money. But to a person who's already been making that much money for years, but never won a championship, do you think they wouldn't take a slight pay cut for a better team? Like
for a better team, yes.
That's what I'm trying to say. So,
but the thing is, like, if you already have a better team that's built through free agency, you're not going to have the money.
You say that, but it's been done before.
By who?
I'm just saying in soccer where they actually do have salary cap and stuff. Like,
yeah, well, they don't.
If you work it correctly, you have to have the right people in coaching, in the finance department, etc. But it seems as if something is up with the New England Patriots wide receiver coaching staff. It seems something's up.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not about signing everyone from free agency, but if you have a problem with your wide receivers, pay one of your new recruits a little bit less, let them prove themselves, and pay a free agent a little bit more if they've earned it.
All right. Well, who's 15?
Green Bay.
Oof.
Oof. Oof.
I don't know. That's a hard one. I think they can go D-line here.
I mean, is Aaron
You think they'd go tight end?
I mean, they could. They can go get the dude from Utah. I mean, they could do that. O-line. I don't know. They got a lot of things they could do.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I could see them trying to look at edge.
Get the dude from Clemson.
They lost Zadarius Smith. They didn't have much of a pass rush last year.
Yeah.
So I could see them looking for a pass rusher, somebody on the D line. So, who'd be available left on my draft board? You talking about Brian Breesy? Is that who you're talking about?
The dude from Clemson.
Yeah, he's an inside guy. I was thinking maybe Nolan Smith.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's still on the board. He's one of the fastest 40 times.
Yeah.
Is he a running back?
Linebacker.
Linebacker. I'm thinking they might go Nolan Smith.
A linebacker with one of the fastest 40s? Jesus.
Yeah, my son was flying.
Yeah,
Jesus.
dude's crazy. So yeah, I think they go Nolan Smith.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Y'all are in agreement on that?
What's that?
Y'all are in agreement on that? Nolan
Yeah.
Smith, O-line? All right.
Yeah. D-line.
D-line. Okay, D-line.
Well, that's the official top 15 mock draft.
Yep. So anything else y'all wanted to add?
Well, I have to ask, like, what is it about free agency that is, like, in a way, not daunting? Daunting is not the right word. It seems like teams aren't willing to actually, in my opinion, as someone who doesn't know shit, it seems like people aren't willing to actually pay for the people who put in the time to earn their spot on certain teams. They don't want to play for the team anymore, but they're willing to, like, be a free agent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't comprehend from soccer, because they have multiple teams that literally just aim for free agent players. And build off of that type of thing, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I understand it's different in football, especially with the draft and having young players come in and seeing what they can do, knowing full well what they can do through the combine, through scouts, and through their own video and seeing them play in the games. I don't see how not buying the dude from the Cardinals in free agency isn't worth it. Like, I don't see how that's not worth it. Like, if he has the talent, he has the numbers, he's got the stats, he's a free agent, basically.
He's still under contract.
No, you say that, but it's not about his contract. It's about his mindset. He doesn't want to be there. He's basically a free agent.
He's either got to get traded or he's got to get cut in order to leave.
Hey, it ain't hard to get cut.
But
I have to ask, because the only difference in soccer than football is the draft. Like, to be honest, the only difference is the draft. Y'all know who you're getting.
That's not true. You also have the salary cap.
No. I say basically, because yes, you can either perform or not perform. Like, you don't know until the future shows you what you can do. But I'm just saying, there's stats, there's physical evidence through scouts, through all these different people that point to this dude's going to be good. You either risk it or you don't. But why wouldn't you risk it on somebody who's a free agent who's already proved themselves?
no, fair enough. But
Because because it depends on their age.
Okay, understandable.
It
But
does
that's
depend on their
also
age.
why they're a free agent, but they have
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, past injuries possible as well.
Okay.
But the thing is that most of the time, those type of players want the most money. And in the NFL, you're trying to maximize your taste. It's the same way almost every sport that costs money. You're trying to maximize your talent for the least amount of dollars. So you don't want to pay every single guy that comes through. They can leave. There's 31 other franchises. I'm sure that there's somebody that's going to pick them up. we've seen trash players get passed around the league like rag dolls, making money here, there,
Yeah.
That's-
But
No, but I mean, yeah, you can speak, but I have one more question about it, because it seems like the players aren't looking at it from a team perspective. They're looking at it from a, what can I get? And that is not what sorry, not I, but usually what soccer is about. Because one way how to get players, in my perspective, is the ability for them to pass on their knowledge to the new generation. So if you draft some wide receivers that are new, why would you not also try and get a veteran wide receiver in free agency to give them pointers, tips, tricks, like spend a little bit of extra money on that to help that part of your team, in my perspective. But that's just me thinking as a coach. I would spend a little bit of extra money to get a veteran to help my new players and help them learn and grow as players. That's just my perspective, as just wanting to build a team. Just getting those veteran players in means a lot. It really means a lot. Like, to the younger players too, to get to learn from those people, it's a dream come true.
No, I get you.
More willing to put more effort in than just, oh, I made it to the league, I'm just gonna do whatever I can.
Yeah, I feel you. But all right, we're gonna have to end it on that one. It's getting
I know.
so. But that was a good show. Lengthy, but it was a good show. Got at least got our what you want to call it, our mock draft in finally.
Yeah, I got half of it in. We'll finish the other half next time.
Oh hell yeah!
Before the draft happens.
Oh hell yeah! We got 2 weeks till, so.
Oh yeah, guys. But I appreciate y'all's input and at least thinking about it, because, like I say, it's just, I know soccer and I'm still learning, so to speak, football, even though my granddad coached the Saints and my dad played, my uncles played. I never played it. I basically broke my ankles the one time I played with you, bro. Like, it is what it is. But coming from a sport, it's a sport. We do it for fun and we do it for entertainment. But we also do it to grow and to become better people as well.
Hell yeah! Well,
I hope to speak more about it in the future, but I do hope these teams take scouting a lot more serious.
hell yeah! But all right, boys. Until,
All right, y'all.
we'll holla at y'all.
Yes, sir. Later.
Later, y'all.